Hello, my name is Mohammad Zikri bin Mahathir with the metric number of 73593, a member from the group UJE Robotics. A sensor that our group has utilized to be added into our group project, which is our engineering design board, is a temperature sensor in the form of a thermocouple. The main purpose of this sensor is to detect temperature of the engine. Temperature sensors play a critical role in helping the engine operate at its best efficiency point, or also known as BEP.
Hello, I am Uzaimun Muazzam bin Sinin, 73867 from UJE Robotics. This part of the presentation shows the function of the temperature sensor, which is the thermocouple in the engine of the boat. The two general functions of the sensor are, number one, to detect if there are overheating or excess heat in the motor of the engine. This may indicate that the engine needs servicing or has a faulty part. Due to this, we can avoid expensive repairs and ensure that it is safe to use. Now, number two, it is to find the optimal temperature of the engine. Since RPM or revolutions per minute is directly proportional to the temperature of the engine, we can determine the most optimal temperature or optimal operating temperature, which in return will give us the optimal RPM of the engine. We can then maintain the temperature so the engine runs at the best efficiency point or BEP, reducing the fuel usage, which also increases the efficiency of the machine. Thank you.
The next slide shows the diagram of our rough sketch of how the sensor will be connected to the engine.
Hello everyone, my name is Zubair bin Musa. My matrix number is 73890. So there are two main factors in order to have a good accuracy of thermocouple sensor. The first one is the quality of the sensor itself, and the second one is the calibration that we need to done regularly in order to have a good accuracy of the sensor. Next, I would like to talk about the repeatability and the precisions of the sensor. Both of them are close and related to each other. High precision sensor will provide consistent readings, and in order to have good repeatability, we will select the sensor that is designed and manufactured at high standards of quality and consistency. So moving on to the last parts of this video, which is other specification that I would like to highlight is the temperature range, where it will be specified the range of the temperature sensor that we're going to use is different. We need to know that different temperature sensor may be designed to measure temperature over a wide range, such as from negative 40 degree to 135 degree.
Assalamualaikum, I am Khalili Adli bin Kubeng with metric number of 7352N.
And my name is Manaman Hari bin Ismadi with metric number 7373. We'll briefly explain about the advantages of using thermocouple type K.
And I will be explaining about the disadvantages of this sensor.
The first advantage of using this thermocouple is it has good linearity of EMF, which is electromagnetic field, to the measurement temperature. The second is good resistance against oxidation below 1000 degrees Celsius. The third one is the most stable among thermocouple for inexpensive material, and lastly, it has good dynamic response.
For the disadvantages, it is not suitable for reducing atmosphere but will withstand the metallic vapor. Secondly, the edging of EMF characteristic in comparison to thermocouples of noble materials such as type B, R, and S. And lastly, it requires amplifiers to function.
In conclusion, temperature sensors greatly enhance the performance of the machine and improve the operations of the engine at their best efficiency point, which can help in reducing the fuel consumption and minimize the risk of damage and failure due to overheating. That's it from our group, UJE Robotics. Thank you.